Hello and welcome to Steve's Backyard Bonsai. Today I have my Portulacaria Afra in. I had it in for spider mites. I seem to have a little bit of a problem with that. And I brought it back into the house. The leaves look a little peaked. And I'm wondering if this fusion project that I've got underway here is worth the effort. So what I'm going to do today, and one of the reasons is viewer comments have been things like, many have tried to fuse Portulacaria Afra and many have failed. Well, before I'm one of those failures, well, I may be one of those failures momentarily. I'm going to try and undo this, and my hope is that they've been together at least long enough that they want to stay upright rather than get all floppy again. But I don't know. So you can either watch me struggle doing this or let me go into a little bit of a fast mode and I'll get done a lot quicker. Well, I have to say I'm not unhappy with this. Yes, they are a little floppy, and what I think I'm going to do is create a little stand that comes up and has a ring at the top that kind of holds it in at the top very gently. And I'm just going to let these grow this way, and then I'm going to try and capitalize on the branching that I have, although that looks kind of fruitless. You know, it may require some serious cutbacks, but let's get started. Do I want to secure this first? Yes, I think I want to secure this first, so let me get that going and I'll be right back. All right, so it didn't go in very straight in the back, but it's pretty sturdy in there. So I just bent the wire around. Now I'm going to tighten it a little bit if I can. Basically just to keep them from straying too much. If they want to move around, well, I guess I'm resigned to the fact that they won't fuse, but I guess this kind of gives them a little bit more opportunity to give it a chance. So I'm going to tighten that a little bit with a channel lock. Well, that's what I want, basically. I actually wanted a little tighter, but this is fine. This is fine. They can still move around. Let's get to the top. Let's start with this obvious, strange branch. If it did branch out in this direction, which it's starting to do, I'd be okay with it. I'm going to take off this little piece on the inside, and I'm going to reduce this old stub and just let that grow. This one underneath it, if it grows out in this direction, I guess I'm fine with it. Otherwise, I cut it way back and try and have it do something else down lower, which might be a good idea. All right, I'm going to cut it there. It's now kind of out of the way. Let's work around the tree. You know, I can't make it fuse. And I wondered about it too, because these rings, you know, they didn't match up at all. So how was that going to work? These all came as cuttings from my sister who lives in a Los Angeles suburb. This was growing in her garden. I'm going to do away with this branch. This tree has vigor on this side. And if something grows here, great. If not, this is dying off and we're going to be left with I guess I'll have to tighten this up. Or maybe something else will grow up out of it. I did this rather haphazardly, which in retrospect was dumb, but what's done is done. This is a real problem here. I like this branch coming out. I don't like this. So I have a leaf scar here. If I cut this way down, and I know I'm playing Russian roulette with this tree, but I've already changed my mind about it. So I might just continue. I have a leaf scar there. If I cut it back to here with all this vigor, will it send up growth to here? There's a song that says, too late to turn back now. You know, I like this. I am going to tighten up on that. It requires I do a little bit of surgery. Take off a length. Not much. And tighten this up a bit more. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Much steadier. Big changes to the port. This actually is not that bad. All right, I eliminate this. I shorten this. I try for a change in direction here. I like that. Shorten that. I want it to work as a grouping. All right, I'm going to cut this branch off here. I'm going to shorten this. Shorten this. Try to decide which one of these two branches I should keep. And something tells me this smaller one. And then I should get rid of this one, shouldn't I? Oh, wait a minute. I've got this dilemma, which is even greater than this dilemma. If I take that one back there off, I should leave this one on. But if I leave that one on, am I able to take that one off? I think so. Forget about front. We're just talking structure here. Okay, the same tree has a competing leader. This one's got a lot of nice movement to it. I've got to get a little more health into this tree, and I'm not sure how to do that. I will feed it, but I think I'm going to cut this short and hope for some growth. All right, so this Portulacaria Afra from my sister's backyard has undergone some major changes today. Number one, I gave up on trying to fuse them. It seemed futile and everyone agreed. And I was getting some discoloration at the bottom of that cloth, of that vet tape that kind of scared me. I didn't want these trunks to rot. So now they're exposed to the air. I've given it a bit of a brace and I'm just going to let it grow. This one comes back inside, and thank you for keeping me company in my backyard.